Yo, it's been a minute. This is crazy. Man, if y'all can see the crazy that I do to get myself juiced up for this, that girl to be doing all of that. Let me go to my notes, bitch. Ooh. Wait a minute. We're gonna have to capture this moment. Like, do you ever like, you ever like pick your phone up to like, do something? Yo, bitch. I hope somebody can relate, or I'm gonna look like a total fucking douchebag right now. Ayo, what up though? Welcome back to Chasing Your Face on the Sweet Talkers Network. That's right, baby. Sweet Talkers, baby. Very black, very gay. Okay, before we even get this shaken down, right? I wanna handle business. Business is, first thing you gotta do is like this video. Yes, okay, check. Then I need you to subscribe to the page, right? And then I need you to hit that notification bell, right? So every time we upload a video on the channel, you'll be notified. Oh, and also, what's wrong with me? I totally forgot. Listen, I ain't got no pants on. I keep with tradition, baby. No pants on around here when I do Chasing Your Face. You hear that? That's all thigh, baby. That's thigh, mama. So, let's address the fact that I have been gone for fucking ever, right? So check it out. I've been away, developing shows. That's where I've been, man. I've been like super busy, so I haven't really had the time, the space, the mental capacity, the energy to come and sit here and talk to you guys. There's also been a bit of like, there's not been anything that's been like making me feel like, I don't want to just come here and like, talk about nothing. Like, I do a lot of that on the Cookout. Listen to my show, The Cookout. Listen to my podcast, The Cookout, by the way. If you like any of this. But yeah, just haven't felt anything passionate, passionately, to come and sit here and talk about. Until like this whole Jussie Smollet like trial started happening and then the verdict hit. It's been something that's kind of been on my mind a little bit. And so when the story dropped and they said that, oh, he was assaulted and all of this, like, I was like, damn, like I was really bothered. Like and I'm gonna always stand up for my black folks and my gay folks. And if you just happen to be a black gay folk, I'm here for you and I'm gonna stand for you I'm gonna stand for you the strongest, if I'm being honest. I'm always gonna stand for black gays, just, because that is the tribe that I am from, period. So, before we even get this started, I'm gonna tell you, hey, this really isn't about necessarily the Jussie Smollett case itself. It's more about the reaction that I'm seeing to the verdict, right? But I'm gonna give, enough context of what happened, in the story so that we all are on the same page here, right? So, a few years ago, Jussie Smollett was like at the top of his game, right? Like he had a whole album out. He was on like the biggest show in the country, pretty much. He was lead character, top billed, and he was, and as you would come to see, especially once the scandal hit and the show kind of fell apart, you'll see that he was like an integral part of the show, right? People were knocking on his door, like things were happening for him. So he was in the spotlight front and center, which made this whole situation so confusing, right? Because, he, was alleging that he was assaulted because he was gay, because he was black. And it comes to find out, quote unquote, that's the thing that's so crazy because it's like, a whole verdict has come down. And I feel like I still don't really know what to believe. Like, am I the only person that feels like I'm a little bit confused as to like still what's happening? And I think, drop that in the comments, for real. Drop that in the comments and let me know, is there anybody else who feels like, yo, I'm confused? Because for me, I'll explain why I'm confused. Because from everything I just explained about what was going on in his life, in his professional life, it would seem that like, why would you need more attention on yourself. Why would doing this be necessary? Why would making this up be the tea? Because it's like, this is a bad look regardless. It's too much risk involved with this when everything was going so well. There was no need to risk it. You know, the formula was hitting. Like you was, like it was lit for you. Like super lit. Like no, it was like uncontested. Like, so why? And so that's why I'm confused right now. Like I really don't get it. So I don't know how to feel. So he was claiming he was assaulted by 2 Caucasian people, presumably. See, it gets all so tangled up. Come to find out, it were 2 black men that he knew, had relationship with, that assaulted him. There was camera footage of them buying the stuff and like text messages and la-di-da-di-da and all this. But then there was just so much going on, right? Now, you know, if we being honest, you know, some of this is kind of fun. Some of it's kind of funny, okay? Like I remember when the story broke, like there were, you know, some of the girls, the girls, you know, some of the gays, they was like, this just sounds like, you know, somebody was on Grindr, and you know, they might, well, not Grindr, girl. These we talking about. We talking about jacked. We talking about, this was jacked, huh? And I remember thinking to myself, nah, it would not be nothing like that. But then come to find out, like, I ain't gonna tell you, mama been spilling tea and then like that. Sis said, I'm taking everybody. Don Lemon. We had, and then after that, we had went to that bathhouse, sis. And then we had did coke, and it was the, you know, it's just, I guess this is, it's common, girl. The girls will, you know, do the cocaine. Girl, Jussie was spilling the tea. He was letting it be known. He was like, listen, if I'm going down, I am clawing and grabbing at all of y'all hoes' ankles on the way. Y'all are coming with me. Jussie went in that courtroom and he was like, I am not leaving a single edge behind. So in some ways, like ironically, I guess I can find humor at least a little bit in this, because I also find humor in like darkness as well, right? Because I'm messed up, right? Hey, listen, y'all are here watching this, so you messed up too. So I say all of that to kind of just like give you the background of the story, I guess, you know, whatever. He's been sentenced now, and, well, not sentenced, I'm sorry. He's been convicted of 5 of 6 felony counts, right? And so he's going to be sentenced, and his maximum sentence can be up to 18 years. As low as it can go, I believe, is only probation. But with the way that they've been kind of coming after him about this, it's been like uncharacteristically hard. It feels like they've been really like digging their heels in. And that's kind of concerning me for the sentencing a little bit. Like, I feel like, you know, again, I'm still like kind of confused about this whole situation. I'm still like of the mind of like, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. Everything sounds fishy. I'm certainly not going to be trusting the police, right? But also, Mamita, you know, the story sounds, you know, at least embellished, right? That said, like, 18 years is a lot. All right, now with all that said, like I said earlier on, like, I want to boil this down to the fact that I'm not really talking about, once again, not really talking about Jussie and his case necessarily. I am more concerned with just simply the conversations that's happening around it, right? You know, I was talking to my cousin. Shout out to K. Mel Goffin. He's an excellent actor, by the way. His latest movie just dropped actually on BT Plus. It's called The Business of Christmas. He was telling me like not to get like all caught up in this sort of stuff, because it does trigger me. When it comes to having conversations about the intersectionality being black and gay, I can be a little bit triggered and or angry and or bitchy. totally bitchy actually. So I'm trying to take his advice, and I'm trying not to get like all wrapped up in this, right? So I'm listening, cousin. I'm not gonna get angry in this video, I promise, right? But I'm looking at like the comments, right? And I'm looking at some of like the posts that are being made, but it feels like there are a lot of people that are like celebrating, right? A lot of black people, right? Well, that are like celebrating in like his demise. And I just find it really interesting. And I'm wondering why. So it's just really interesting, man, because I'm looking at the conversation surrounding this, right? So I'm in the comments, but I'm doing it. I'm being good. I'm not getting mad and stuff. I'm not tripping. I'm not taking it personal, right? But I'm in the comments and I see some of the stuff that's being posted, and I just find it like, I'm like, damn, man, like, and I'm mostly bothered when I see it being us, when I see it being black people, right? And especially black gay people. It seems like we're just throwing him away, right? And we're throwing him away on something that like we could like pull him back home, scold him for, you know, but still continue to love and uplift him. I feel like this is something that he shouldn't have to lose his life behind. He shouldn't have to lose his livelihood and his career. The gentleman's talented, you know what I'm saying, if nothing else. And for what it is worth, he does seem to at least fight the good fight still for black people, for gay people. Like, he still seems to be doing that. So it seems like he is more of an asset to our community and less of a liability. So it seems like we would want to, you know, bring him into our bosom even more right now. Bring him into our bosom. That was, look at how deep I just came. I don't know, man. I just really think that we should, as a people, reevaluate the way that we cancel each other. Like we are, think about it, man. Think about it. There are people in our community who have done far more egregious things. And I'm just gonna throw a name out there, and it's a name that's commonly thrown out there because it's an excellent example. Excellent. You talk about R. Kelly, right? We all know what he did. We all know. And we've always known. It's never been a secret. In fact, it's been pretty publicly known, right? And even in that, even in video evidence, even in, you know, court cases and convictions and all these things, right? Even in all of that, we still cape for him. We still play his music. Oh, he's still a genius. He's still, you know, whatever. With Jussie, because he might have lied. Throw him out. What's the difference? What's the difference? Now, y'all let me know. Get in the comments. Let me know if I'm being sensitive now, because I feel like, you know, listen, I'm able to be honest and be like, that's my trigger button. You know, the gay shit. Like, it's my trigger button. Like, I feel discriminated against about that. I'm a little more sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. And I'm working on that. And I've actually grown a lot in that way, right? Okay? But I just need y'all to keep me honest. If I'm tripping, let me know. But it just feels like it's a little bit extra sauce on it because he's gay. And you know, in the black, don't give me the BS. Don't act like y'all don't know what the relationship is with homosexuals in the black community. Don't act like we don't know what the tea is, okay? We know how it is. Do y'all think it has something to do with it? Or am I tripping? Like, I really don't think I'm tripping. I highly doubt I'm tripping, actually. But if you feel like I'm tripping, get in the comments and convince me. Like, tell me how I'm wrong. Because we see this time and time again. We do. We see it time and time again. Like, it's just different flavors of homophobia within our community. Different flavors, different textures of it. Like, we see it in the way that you handle people like, you know, Boosie. How y'all handle that whole Dave Chappelle situation, which that was a whole, like, we see the different flavors, you know, of your homophobia toward us, you know. And it's, you know, sometimes I'm gonna tell you, man, as a black gay man, it can be really difficult to exist in mixed spaces. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be very clear about something. I have some of the most amazing heterosexual friends. I've worked with them here on this network, on this particular platform, for many years on the Cookout as well. Like, wonderful people, right? But kind of similar to the way that, you know, Black people, we create our safe spaces, you know, just for us. It's nothing like, as a Black gay man, being amongst other Black gay men who get it. It's a safety. Now, it's messy, girl. It'll get messy, darling, but it's safe. It's safe. And I'm just kind of wondering at this point in my life, and seeing the way that some of y'all respond and what some of y'all really feel, it's like, should I just begin to surround myself with a large majority of Black gay men to continue to be as safe as possible? Now, don't get me wrong, you know, we got some ignorant assholes too, and some of us are, you know, about as dumb as a sack of Pampers. But it's just starting to feel like that, man. Like, and I'm just being honest with y'all, man. Some of y'all who, you know, may even feel like you may be allies, you might have to reevaluate. You might have to start, you know, listening to the coaxing of, like, the friends and the family around you who tell you, hey, like, the way you thinking right now is you real fucked up. Y'all making it kind of hard for us, you know. And I digress, but it's just the behavior around us is what's bothering me. And I feel like we should be, instead of relishing in this Black man's demise, we are tap dancing on his imaginary grave. Like, what? Why would y'all do this to any other, like, why? Y'all, somebody said they were offended by something Dave Chappelle said, and y'all I would have thought y'all knew him from back in the day. I would have thought y'all helped him write for Chappelle's show or something. I would, like, y'all would, like, we will kill you for talking about Dave, right? Y'all protected him. This nigga is facing 18 years for possibly telling a lie. And y'all are, like, relishing it. Make it make sense for me. What's the difference? That's the question I have. I want to know what the difference is. Can you tell me what the difference is? I don't know. Can you tell me? Just saying. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Just saying, girl. Don't get me wrong. I'm disappointed. Like, if this is true, man, like, I'm disappointed in him, man. Like, because, like, he had it. Like, and, like, it was very much a Tyra Banks, we were all rooting for you moment. Like, I hate to say that, but, like, it truly was. Like, but we got bigger fish to fry, bro. Like, Kyle Rittenhouse just got acquitted, B. And not only did he get acquitted, but he was on some show doing an interview early this week. Like, he has no, why is he not afraid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me not, girl. Because it just seems like we're expelling energy into the wrong places. And if we were gonna put this much energy in Jussie's direction, I feel like it should have been in a loving and supportive way. You know, because if he did do this, if he did make this up, he's not okay, right? And again, as a person who is more of an asset to our community than a liability, you would think we would want to come around him. Yes, chastise him and scold him, you know, for what he did, right? But do that shit with love and then build him back up. Why would we throw him away? Why? Right? We've seen people come from worse. People do worse and come from worse. Look at Robert Downey Jr. Before he became Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. was a fucking train wreck, bro. Like, the drugging, the jailing, the drugging, the jail, like, it was a thing, right? And he came back from that. Why? Nobody threw him away. They saw he was still gifted and he still had something to contribute. I feel like he does too, man. I feel like we should meet him with a little bit more compassion. Listen, mamita, in closing, all I'm saying is, like, yo, like, I really need to see an improvement in the way that y'all handle Black LGBT situations. I am really tired of seeing my people dog us or treat us in a disparate fashion. I'm really tired of it. Like, I'm at the point where it's not something that I will be accepting moving forward in my life. I'm not gonna make you comfortable, you know, making me uncomfortable. Fuck out of here, man. What? That said, if you know anybody who would like this, send it to them, please. Alright, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, share. For real, send this to anybody who you think would, you know, really want to get in on this conversation. I really want y'all to interact with me on this one. Drop down in the comments, let me know how y'all feel. Because I feel like I'm in the minority with the way that I feel about this. Like, I don't want to nail him to the cross. I don't, and I don't want to throw him away. I want to bring him in with love. I don't feel like what he did was so egregious that he can't be brought back from that. Now we can rib him, like, I don't mind, like, you know, I'm a jokey joke, like, I do that, right? But like, rib, but like, where's the, I'm not seeing enough of the love, man. Like, that's it. Remember, make somebody smile today. Be nice, asshole.